About 9 years ago, I'm sitting down in my living room and I am fuming. I'm saying, why did you do this? How dare you do this to me? I said this to you before. You should have done this. Condescending, narcissistic behavior, making somebody feel bad. Why is that? It's because I hated myself. I had the need for unequivocal control. I'm on my knees praying, Aji, oh Lord. I pray for sun rays to guide me ashore, writing on charts, murals, clean floors, black markers in my left hand write my thoughts, red markers in my right are the hard knots. Will I be like this at 5 or do I have a black heart? What's happening here is that this writing technique that I've developed called Mind Hygiene came from all of these rap songs and me singing. When you write, you're 42% more likely to achieve a goal, 300 times more likely for you to actually figure out what you want to do when you write it down and you see it. And when I wrote this down, and we're talking about feeling guilty after a breakup, I don't view this as guilt any longer. I tried to control this person because I had low self-esteem. I hated myself. Low self-esteem and no confidence was my genetic makeup. I had to accept it in order for me to wake up. Let me take a moment and show you what it took to self-love. I had to take 5 years and admit to myself who I was. Low self-esteem and no confidence was my genetic makeup. What does this mean? This doesn't mean that low self-esteem, low confidence, self-hatred is a bad thing. I almost feel like I'm about to wrap it. It doesn't mean that low confidence, low self-esteem, self-hatred is a bad thing. Instead, what it means that you can inspire from it and be a better human being. Instead of feeling bad, coping, and dealing, what this video is about is how not to feel guilt after a breakup. And it's actually about healing. When you can do that, you elevate your thought. And that's why I call my rapper name Sublime Shine. Sublime means to take something and elevate your thought and then shine on it. That doesn't mean it's good or bad. Recently, I just got ghosted twice. What happened was that both of the times somebody was supposed to come over and I was going to cook for them. I made food. Nothing had happened between us, right? There was no arguments. We weren't really together either, to be fair. I mean, we had talked a handful of times. We had met. There was some intimacy, but it's not like there was a label on the relationship. Now, as I'm looking at my phone, waiting for these people to come, just completely ghosted. Just at least you could have said you're not going to come. I mean, you know, in this online dating world, it's so busy. So many things are going on. But you remember that past self that was condescending, that had hatred, was talking bad, was blaming other people, was not there anymore. That narcissistic behavior turned from I'm blaming, victim mindset, talking bad about somebody, lack of empathy, to a different narcissistic mindset. I'm great, I'm gonna be the best version of myself, and this is how I'm gonna do it. You can think about narcissism as a bad thing, but if you blame, play victim, and talk bad, that's narcissistic behavior. Instead of spiraling, what I did was amygdala bright in the twilight, murky emotional mind out of sight. Will this dark room ever fill with light? 1 hour ruminating and the clock strikes 4:45. Fingers on my prefrontal cortex shine bright. Light in the room is still dark and it's night. Oh Lord, will I see the light beams wide? Will this dark room I'm in never fill with light? This dim room I'm in speaks silence. Totally set in my ways, undivided. This undercurrent of love got me sighing. Finally, my goal-setting ways got me crying. You know, you might think that crying is like a bad thing, but I'm writing in the rap song that, crying. That means you've actually done something. You're actually saying that you want to be held accountable for something. It's the first time that you actually feel bad and you say that you got some work to do. And when I think about this and when I think about what I had written down that time, I'm like, I need to serve myself right now. I'm not going to be the one who feels the need to control the situation, although I desperately want a text. I'm not going to be the one that's going to say, I'm going to fix this. Maybe I'll talk to another girl. I'm not going to be the one to say that I am going to feel guilty about this because I'm going to serve myself. If there's something that I did wrong, there's no guilt in that because I'm going to accept it and I'm going to embrace it. And I am the solitude expert. I have designed myself. I've built myself up when nobody was there, when nobody's watching me, when nobody's helping me, when nobody's taking care of me. I'm not going to feel guilty if I just accept what I did in this situation. What did I do? We're not going to worry about anybody else. We can't do that. Because you know what, to be honest with you, nobody really cares, Okay? It's just the way the situation is, and it's just the way things are, and you just got to figure out a way to take care of yourself. Whether it's through mind hygiene, whether it's through rapping, whether it's something else, the only thing that I would ask for you to take away from these videos is that don't guess, don't talk to anybody, don't think about it, you gotta write. And that's what happened here. And when this happened, you develop metacognitive behavioral techniques, and mind hygiene heavily draws from that. Metacognitive behavioral therapy for generalized anxiety can help you with anxiety, with depression symptoms when it comes to a breakup and feeling guilty. This is in the Journal of Behavioral Therapy and Experimental Psychiatry. Metacognitive therapy significantly reduced worry, negative beliefs about thoughts, and self-focused attention, leading to better emotional well-being and reduced guilt and shame. Metacognitive therapy. Meta, a lot. Cognitive, mind, therapy. You're heightening the awareness. I'm saying you're understanding these beliefs about yourself. Me for control, relentless, I'm right no matter what. You're helpless, nod your head down. So dreadful, you don't comply. I'm resentful, cognition sets, it's too late. This room I'm in now's full of hate. Pitch darkness sets in, I can't escape now. It's way past 8. Darkness in its comfort zone today. No longer can this room irradiate. That means that you've put so much hatred into this room because you're trying to desperately control it that you feel guilty at the time, but the behavior is so mindless because you don't have cognition. You don't have a meta-analysis of your cognition. You haven't analyzed your mind enough. And these songs that I write, I've written down hundreds of songs, and I've written mind hygiene down, this process, hundreds of times. And this is where, when you do reprocess these memories through something like this, you can aces your life with mind hygiene, which is A, accept your awareness. Metacognitive, I'm aware that I am being controlling. C, communicate with compassion. Let me take an action step to heal myself. E, embrace with empathy. Understand that what I'm doing is by myself. S is soften the process. Don't make it seem like it's hard. And that's where you can take some of these things, and people call it emotional regulation, mind control. You don't want to do any of those things. You just want to accept the mind for what it is. But if that doesn't work for you, then you should do what works for you. Medical evidence also shows that in a study by Norman N. Van Emmerich and Marina N. in 2014, the efficacy of metacognitive therapy, a meta-analysis in Clinical Psychology Review, showed that metacognitive therapy showed large effect sizes in reducing anxiety, depression, repetitive negative thinking, including feelings of guilt and regret. The relevance here is that this meta-analysis supports the idea of writing, metacognition, and acceptance as being more effective than trying to suppress or control the guilt. I feel guilty because I was controlling and I had low self-esteem and I had low confidence. Now that is great. There's nothing bad about that because there's nothing bad or good in the practice of mind hygiene. You just accept it. And imagine the relief that you have by saying that. I remember when I was doing cocaine about 8 years ago, and I'm in my second bathroom and I'm with girl that I went to high school with. I'm like, look, I'm just a downright addict. And I was like, dang, that felt good. And you can follow along. There'll be a Mind Hygiene PDF and a link in the description below. And you can follow along there and let me know what you're thinking. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll be dropping videos every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, write a comment. Let us know what you're doing. Like the video. Share it for those that need it. And I would like to be inspired by individuals who are experiencing what you're experiencing. If you live alone, don't believe in yourself. Have a greater mission. You have a mom that was schizophrenic and was institutionalized for 27 years, a brother that died from meth and alcohol use. You lived alone most of your life. If you have a story like this, let us know what you're doing and give me advice. Help me help other people. With that said, I hope that you enjoyed this 3-part series, and I look forward to seeing you in our next videos. And please, aces your life with mind hygiene every day. Accept your awareness, communicate yourself compassionately, embrace yourself empathy, and S, soften the process. And then maybe you can write a song when I say, that makes me self-made. Yeah, From the Vista in the Renton reppin', limber to grab way back 9-7, not rapping it often. Know why? Cause they wanted me off in a coffin. Worst part, know who's holding me back, not a blood or a crip or a gang. Was my dad so bad, so sad. Well, you know what you can do is you can take this memory of your dad holding you back. No, He was suffering himself. What I did was I did a lot of the things he did, displaced those fears on other people. And then what I did was I had to learn how to forgive myself for those things before displacing those fears and that implicit bias on somebody else. And what I did was I wrote a rap song. I liked it. It sounded good. It made it feel like my feelings were normal. And then what I did is inspired from it. And today I inspired you. Namaste.